So I just wanted to record a first video. My name's Chance. I wanted to record a first video about benzodiazepine withdrawal. Uh, there's so many people on YouTube and Facebook and all over the place that are dealing with this just fucking maddening disease. Excuse me, I'm gonna curse throughout this. I'll try my best not to. Um, but there's so many people dealing with this that post when they're horribly ill, and then make it a point to post when they're better or when they're feeling better, or to help people. That I just knew, I was like, these people, a lot of people who have posted it have saved my life. uh, I've been dealing with what is probably one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with, this if not the hardest, in the last 2 months. This is like the sixth or seventh time I've recorded, but it's gotten to the point where I'm so frustrated that I just need to be able to vent out. I need to reach out, and anyone who watches this who's experiencing, I don't want you to think that anything I talk about is going to happen to you. Hopefully the angle that I'm at on the camera is not going to frustrate you too much. Um, I don't want anyone thinking that maybe because of the way that I say certain things, or the way that I'm experiencing, that it's gonna happen to you, or that there's no hope. But part of what we're dealing with, and when I say we, it's because I hope that whoever's watching this uh, is either fighting through this and getting through it, or is somebody who wants to be educated on it, whether it's for a loved one or somebody who just wants to be educated on it to help them for any reason, because we need education on this. But I digress. So my story, real quick. It's like 10th time I feel like I'm recording this. Um, is that I was on, let's just say I was on 40 milligrams, because it's a longer story than that. 40 milligrams for 6 years. After 3 years, I had stopped, went on Xanax because I couldn't afford to see a doctor that I was seeing. After that, I was able to see a doctor 3 or 4 months later in a new state, because that's what had happened. I had moved, and that doctor reinstated me at 40 milligrams. Life went back to normal. 3 years later, we're here. Same situation, couldn't afford. I don't remember the last time insurance paid for a doctor. It must have been 5, 6 years ago when I first was prescribed this maddening drug. And I ran out of money, couldn't see them. And for the last 2 months, my life has been almost entirely shit. Complete shit. And almost solely because I haven't been able to take this, to find this drug and taper off of it properly. I've been frustrated. I've been scared. I've been sad. I literally feel like I've been ripped from reality itself. The demeanor that I have right now is just pure anger and rage. And I don't want it to be a reflection of what I expect you to see after this, because I want to help people. That's why I'm posting this in the first place. The people that see this, again, I hope that you're trying to help yourself. I hope that you're trying to help others. I don't want you to think that you're completely hopeless. But in a way, actually the only reason really that I'm doing this, I feel like, is that so anyone who feels this angry, this frustrated with the drug, with the doctor, with themselves, hopeless, scared, sad, knows that they're not alone. That I'm dealing with it. Thousands of other people are dealing with it. And that slowly but surely, some faster than others, we're gonna heal. We're gonna get better. It's just the case. So I'm gonna try my best to not stress too much about staying on topic of one thing for the first video, and hopefully gradually as time goes on, I can share more and more with you, and we can get through this together. That's no matter what, that's the point of these videos, is so that you don't feel alone, I don't feel alone. We can discuss stuff and be free of this shit. So let me talk about some of just the bad symptoms that I've been experiencing that have literally made me just feel like throwing in the towel. Distortion, directional stuff, not as bad right now, but it's gotten to the point where just you're constantly dizzy, you don't know which way is which, and you feel like puking, or you feel scared, or obviously extreme anxiety, insomnia. Uh, my sleep schedule is screwed. It's taken my whole life from me. It's fucked me so badly. Everything about this has screwed me royally. Depersonalization, when you don't even feel like you're in your body, your mind's shutting down. That's a video for another day. Hopefully soon I'll talk about that and talk about how I was able to work through that thanks to the help of a lot of YouTubers. Big no. Thank you for that. A lot of Anxiety Ninja, a lot of people who posted about that. Just people like me, just with a camera, who maybe aren't as educated, who just or as well versed, excuse me, not educated, who have helped out. Derealization, I don't know what reality is, I can't, fathom things, and all that stuff, like, alone, those things sound fucking like, they just sound terrible to deal with in general. Together, you don't feel like doing anything anymore. I need this hoodie on because light sensitivity screws me so bad. Right now, I'm currently just taking small doses of what I had left. I don't have a chance to see a doctor. I feel hopeless. That's another thing. Whenever you feel an emotion like hopelessness or sadness, it's just multiplied. You feel worse tenfold sometimes. You're just scared of. Your mind is going a mile a minute. You're so raw right now that it's just there's no way that you think that you could ever feel better. Even if you feel better for a minute, even if you feel better for two, like for instance, if I took, let's say I was able to get a hold of a proper dose of diazepam and taper properly, let's be reinstated. Let's say that my tolerance is at like 10 milligrams right now, and I took it, and most of this went away. Most of this feeling, most of the feeling of not being connected to reality, feeling of being anxious, being sad. Let's say it did go away. When it happens again, because it's gonna, and we will power through it, it gets to the point, again, I'm not being a pessimist, I just want people to know, like, however terrible you're feeling, you're not alone doing this, I promise you. When you take it, and when you feel better again, the next time that you feel terrible, it's hard to remember that you felt bad. It's hard to go, you know what, man, I remember feeling okay. I'm going to power through this. It does so much damage to you that you feel like it's permanent. That's common. This may be stuff you already know. That's not the point of this. The point is, again, to feel better, to understand you're not alone. There's so many symptoms that feel unique that aren't. They're not unique. You shouldn't have to feel like they are. Some people describe it as just feeling terror, just raw terror. That's an excellent way to describe it. That's exactly what it feels like, raw terror. Anger. There's a lot of the physical symptoms too. Like, for instance, one big physical symptom with me is like horrible neck pain, and I think that attributes to like the disorientation and dizziness, and like, I don't know why, but like this horrible pain that shoots into the right side, and it stops me from turning my neck, and it's frustrating. And you just want to give up. You just want to go, fuck it, I'll kill myself, whatever. Don't do that, because it does get better. It's a lot better. But that's how you feel. Now I'm getting a little more collected. It beats into your spirit. It takes you that good, bad, like, I'm okay now, I'm not. Because when you're first doing it, especially if you're cold turkey, it's just like unrelenting. There's almost no window for, on a month, 2 months. That's what the average seems. It just drills into your very the fabric of your being, your existence, and it tells you you're not gonna fucking get better, you're never gonna. And that's the brain lying to you, because it wants pills. It wants benzos. You are going to get better, but it tells you you're not gonna. It does this to you. I can't even hold up. I'm shaking. I'm trying to hold focus. I'm trying to hold just any semblance of my former self, and I can't do it. I'm more scared that people watching this now are going to be scared for this than it's going to help them. But I got to remind myself that's not the case. And that even right now, when I feel like I'm going nuts and stuff, this is important for you to see so that you know you're not alone. And I promise you when I get better, or if I feel good, that I'm going to record so you can see that it does get better. And as frustrating as it beating up on your spirit is and going back and forth and feeling good to not feeling good, from feeling good to not feeling good, it's important to remember that when you do feel good, you usually feel fucking great because you're not dealing with this shit anymore. And then eventually one day, whether it's tapering, whether you did do a cold turkey, you're going to feel completely okay. A lot of the stories that I hear of people stopping is usually like they wake up and they just feel eventually, whether it's 12 months, whether it's 8 months, whether it's a year, slowly there's bigger windows and you're not going to have to deal with, absolute panic for 4 or 5 months, but one day they just wake up and they're like, oh my God, it's gone. The GABA in your brain is re-upregulated. You're calm. Your brain can function and process information healthily and properly. You're not as disoriented. You're not as dizzy. And what's gotten me through so far, this last 2 months or so, a month and a half, is watching you guys. When I say you, I mean fellow warriors, fellow benzo buddies, fellow sufferers, go through it as well, because I know I'm not alone. Is watching people talk about it on YouTube, just like this, or on Facebook and anywhere else, and knowing that day is going to come for me one day. That good day, that day where everything is back to normal. And I think a big part of that is that when it does happen, the day it does happen, the day that I'm calm and I can hold the subject and I don't feel, I guess, manic. I don't know. I thought manic was, up and down, but I can sleep normally. I'm back in my own bed because I'm staying with a family member right now. I'm working again because I lost my job. I'm cooking and eating again because I just don't eat at all. I look like I do, but I really, I've lost like maybe 20 pounds already. That all of that stuff is going to be mine again. It is. It's just a fact. It doesn't feel like it, but logic will prevail, hopefully. I say hopefully because of most people. I'm hopeful. Because logic isn't logical for everyone. A lot of people. Anyway, just trying to make a little joke. That scientifically, the odds are saying that we're going to get almost completely better. We just got to make it through. Small victories. We're already pushing up on 14 or 15 minutes. Hopefully, if anybody understands that most of this video was me, venting and talking about how terrible this is. But the point of it was for you to watch and go, this guy has hope. And I'm going to have hope too. Because if I feel this bad right now, where I literally, like the world's spinning so fast that I can't hold that, I'm scared, I'm nervous, and I can still draw a laugh or something like that, you can do it too, and we can do it together. Share your comments. We'll talk about it, and then one day, whether it's the first time you feel better, or it's the first window you have, or you get to go back and taper properly and take something and feel better, or you just feel better over time and you're inspired, we're going to be able to celebrate that together. Whether you're watching this video maybe a month after I've gone through this, whether you're watching it as soon as I posted it or not, you need to know that there is hope. You got to stay logical and know that this is probably going, that not probably, this is more than likely going to pass completely, whether, as long as it takes. There's ways to survive in the meantime. If you're not a bad person and that you're going to get better, then this whole 15, almost 16 minutes was worth it. I'll try to post another video once I feel a little more calm, where I talk about how I do deal with a lot of my symptoms. And that's that. I'm going to get through this journey. I'll talk a lot more about what I do or what I did before this and stuff, and we'll do it together. My name's Chance, so gotta hold out hope for one, right? Again, that was not nearly as funny as I thought it was going to be, but I gotta stay positive. Anyone dealing with this, I love you guys. We're gonna get through it. I promise.